Today on Good Morning Maine, a look back at the big game following an overtime victory in the Super Bowl. Plus, Bangor police are investigating a shooting between two men who had been living in cars. And a special cook-off was held in Bangor over the weekend to help purchase important equipment for veterans. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you so much for tuning in this morning. My colleague Craig Colson is still on the mend after a wicked bad bout of a sickness. But hey, let's start this morning off with a check of that forecast. It's going to be another quite unseasonably warm February day. So let's hear that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. As we get into things this morning, we have a gale watch in effect along the coast until 7 a.m. Wednesday. A system will be tracking through tomorrow along the coast that will really help to stir up the ocean and maybe even cause some snow to fall on land as well. There is a warning storm watch up in the southwestern corners of the state through Tuesday evening because of that, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. But meanwhile, though, on land, as clouds developing this morning, we'll call it a partly cloudy sky today, so keep the sunglasses ready. The sun may come out from time to time as well. Let's zoom things out. The active weather is further off towards the south and west, and we'll be watching for some activity that will move in our backyard coming up as we head towards the Tuesday. So for today, we will call it a partly cloudy sky. Any chances for snow will stay in the northern parts of the state. Otherwise, it will stay quiet later on tonight as well under a partly cloudy sky. So for today, we'll call it lower 40s, partly cloudy, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 20s, partly cloudy, northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, a few snow showers are possible. Northeast wind gusting up to around 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Last night's game, besides being an historic nail-biter, was also a cultural phenomenon that brought together fans of sports, music, and celebrities. Here's ABC's Danny New to break it all down.
The moment the Super Bowl was permitted to begin, Taylor Swift arriving at Allegiant Stadium hours after her international flight from Japan. You see actress Blake Lively and rapper Ice Spice walking alongside the pop star who was in attendance to watch her boyfriend, boo thang, Travis Kelce.
Come and dine me over and over again.
As expected, the broadcast cut to her many times, showing the Grammy winner biting her nails when the game wasn't looking so hot in the fourth quarter. Been there.
That he brings to the game.
But as we know, Kelce and the Chiefs pulled out a comeback overtime victory, and Swift got to celebrate on the field with the superstar tight end.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up.
All right, let's get to some commercials. We mentioned Blake Lively, so how about her husband, Ryan Reynolds, appearing in a trailer for the third installment of the Deadpool franchise, which you just saw will now bring back Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. This is also the first time we get to see Wade Wilson since he joined our parent company, Disney, and the MCU, or as he put it,
I am Marvel Jesus.
However, one commercial in particular really put the internet into a frenzy last night.
Still works.
Okay, they ready. Drop the new music.
Beyonce appearing in an ad for Verizon and teasing some new music at the end? Okay, speaking of music, let's get to the halftime show starring Usher. And not just Usher, we had cameos from Alicia Keys, Ludacris, the artist known as Her, and of course, Little John. We got Usher, Luda, Little John, all artists with serious ties to Atlanta, so they had to end the show shouting out their city.
I took the world to the A. I took the world to the A, babe.
Now, a lot of the internet was upset that Justin Bieber did not perform, even though he is from Canada, which is definitely not Atlanta. And whether or not he was asked to or not, he did show up for his friend, and even wearing an Atlanta Braves hat. That is a good friend right there, supporting his guy. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
And of course, the Kansas City Chiefs won 25-22. If you wanted football highlights from that story, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay, moving on to the news. Bangor police continue to investigate a shooting over the weekend that left one man in the hospital. It happened shortly before midnight late Saturday evening. According to Bangor police, they received a report of a shooting that had occurred in a parking lot on Taft Street. Upon arrival, officers discovered a male suffering from gunshot wounds, and the shooter was still nearby. Police believe there had been an altercation between the two individuals that led to one of them being shot. The victim was transported to a local hospital where he is being treated for his injuries. Police say both individuals are unhoused and live in their vehicles. The situation remains under investigation. 2 people were taken to the hospital with critical injuries following a 2-vehicle crash in Eustis on Saturday. Officials say just after 9 a.m., a van driven by 28-year-old Luis Mayancela Uinga of Biddeford was traveling south with 4 passengers on the Arnold Trail Road when the driver lost control of the vehicle and started skidding sideways. The van collided with an SUV driven by 26-year-old Jean-Francois Bassard of Quebec. Neither driver was injured, but 2 passengers in the van sustained critical injuries. Maine State Police say both are expected to survive. Officials say no one in the van was wearing a seatbelt, and speed and road conditions at the time are considered factors in the crash. An 88-year-old man drowned Friday night after falling through the ice on an ATV. According to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, Floyd Hardison of Waltham was a passenger on a side-by-side ATV that broke through the ice on Spring River Lake in Hancock County around 6 p.m. Friday night, while 400 yards from the shore. Hardison's grandson was reportedly driving the ATV and was able to free himself and get out onto the ice, but Hardison was unable to get out of the vehicle and sunk to the bottom of the lake with the ATV. Maine game wardens, the Hancock County Sheriff's Office, and the Franklin and Sullivan Fire Departments responded to the scene. Floyd's body was retrieved around 8:25 p.m. and transported to Jordan's funeral home in Ellsworth. The trial of a Lincolnville man accused of killing his best friend and roommate continued on Friday in Belfast. Here's more.
Matthew Pendleton is charged with murdering 47-year-old Kevin Curett early last year. Waldo County Sheriff's deputies found Currett's body at a home on the Thorndike Road in Lincolnville after Pendleton allegedly reported the death himself. In April, he pleaded not guilty. On Thursday, the prosecution said they would be bringing in Maine State Police detectives to share what they saw when they first arrived on scene.
You'll hear from state police detectives about how that investigation unfolded, what they found, and how they did it.
On Friday, they began to share their testimony. Detectives say they saw fire extinguishing powder covering one of the rooms of Pendleton's home and bloodstains on the trailer outside where Currett's body was found. Prosecutors shared photos of both with the jury, as well as audio recordings of interactions between Pendleton and the detectives, during which detectives say Pendleton was, quote, agitated. On the first day of the trial, the defense spoke about the evidence the state would be presenting.
The state is not going to make our case for us. They're not going to be presenting witnesses or other exhibits or evidence that are favorable to Matt.
The trial will continue next week at the Waldo County Superior Court. In Belfast, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The man charged with murdering a former co-worker in a Waterville business is back in the state of Maine. Maine State Police say 20-year-old Spridel Hubiak of Waterville was arrested by Arkansas State Police after he led them on a chase. He was shot multiple times after police say he exited the vehicle with an AR-style rifle. Hubiak is a former employee of Damon's Beverage. He's accused of killing former co-worker 52-year-old Angela Bragg inside the store in December. Hubiak is being held at the Kennebec County Jail. The Hancock County grand jury indicted a Brewer man involved in a fatal crash. Police say 51-year-old Daryl King was driving a motorcycle in Waltham in June 2022 when he lost control on a sharp curve. His motorcycle was hit by an oncoming pickup. 50-year-old Melissa Hatch of Brewer was a passenger on the motorcycle. She died from her injuries. King was indicted for manslaughter, criminal speed, and driving to endanger. The grand jury also indicted a man who was injured in an officer-involved shooting. When Ellsworth police responded to a complaint in December of last year, 68-year-old Jeff Payne allegedly greeted them at the door with a firearm. Police say Payne fired a gun at the officers, and an officer fired back, striking Payne in the arm. Payne was indicted for attempted murder, reckless conduct with a firearm, and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. In other news now, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies conducted several raids on Friday on what they say are large illegal marijuana growing operations in our area. We heard from Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton about those investigations.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office served a search warrant at 9 St. Albans Road in Corinna Friday morning as part of what Sheriff Troy Morton described as a lengthy investigation. He says there are legal, law-abiding, licensed facilities in the state, but these operations are not legal. Sheriff Morton says they found dangerous chemicals, hazardous wiring, and unsafe living conditions inside the home.
These is an ongoing issue that we see throughout the state. And the citizens that live in and around these facilities are absolutely frustrated that they've had to live with this type of thing taking place next door. It's time that our state come together and say that this is inappropriate.
The house where this alleged marijuana operation was set up is right across from the Corinna town office. Morton says people in town are expressing their gratitude and support for Friday's effort.
Again, as you've seen while you've been here, the people are going by and cheering. They live here. It impacts them directly. The smell, the odors, the chemicals, the burying stuff in the ground beside their homes. It's enough of it, and we're going to start taking action against these homes.
The sheriff did confirm the investigation in Corinna is linked to other searches that took place in different towns around the state Friday. One of those investigations taking place in Piscataquis County, where the sheriff's office there executed 4 additional search warrants on what they called illegal Asian marijuana grows. 3 of those searches took place in Sangerville, 1 at a property on the North Dexter Road and 2 others at properties on the Manhannock Pond Road. A 4th search was conducted at a residence on Water Street in Guilford. In a Facebook post, the Piscataquis County Sheriff's Office says they seized approximately 2,200 plants and arrested 1 man. They were also assisted by a number of state and federal agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security. For ABC 7 and Fox 22 News, I'm Peter Dubois.
A special cook-off was held in Bangor over the weekend, and all the proceeds will benefit local veterans. We'll tell you how right after the break. But before we take that break, let's get another quick look at that forecast. Today's going to be quite an unseasonably warm day, partly cloudy. The sun will shine through plenty of times. High of 42 degrees today, dropping down to a low of 21 tonight. Tomorrow, we're likely to see some more of that winter weather. Snow showers, mostly cloudy, high of 32. We'll be right back.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warrant Financial.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the Twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can hire us right from your phone and you never have to leave your house. 2, it's fast. Read the result. Just listen to this.
Lowry & Associates got me $195,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar systems design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential, or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warrant Financial.
Winter is flu season, and not only that, but COVID is still with us, as is RSV. Remember, it takes your body about 2 weeks after you get any vaccination to ramp up those antibodies. Now is the time for you and your family to get vaccinated against the flu, COVID, and RSV. Updated vaccines are now available for flu and COVID-19, and depending on your age, active steps you can take to prevent RSV. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist, or go to vaccines.gov. A message from the Maine CDC, this station, and the Maine Association of Broadcasters.
In 2023, the state of Maine saw 607 confirmed and suspected fatal drug overdoses. While that's a decrease from the 723 fatalities in 2022, there's still a long way to go before anyone declares victory. Our Doug Banks has the story.
We're not taking a victory lap about this.
In 2023, Maine saw 116 less fatal overdoses than the year before. According to a study conducted by UMaine's Margaret Chase Smith Policy Center, most of these overdoses took place in Cumberland, Penobscot, and Androscoggin. 2022 witnessed 10,483 overdose incidents. That number also dropped in 2023 to 9,654. Of those, the total number of naloxone reversals decreased by 200. Another notable decrease includes the total non-fatal overdoses, dropping over 600 incidents. The reasons for the lower numbers, Smith says, are too difficult to measure for now.
I don't mind speculating to a degree. It's certainly true that coming out of the pandemic, there is more available resources.
Smith creds easier access to Narcan, coaches and support specialists, and recovery centers like the Barn in Brewer.
Just hearing the word decrease, is uplifting to even hear just that in itself.
Oliveira says she hopes those numbers continue to go down in 2024.
If we just each one of us keeps doing our own part, supporting recovery and keeping the availability and the safe space for people, then they know that they have somewhere to go to.
And with plans to increase services, Smith says he hopes overdoses decrease in the years to come.
Every kid needs 4 or 5 responsible adults in their life. And if it's not going to be their parents who might be using, then it's going to have to be the rest of us.
In Brewer, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Bangor Masonic Center hosted its 4th annual chili and chowder cook-off on Saturday. But this year, the event also included a gift to help Maine veterans. Our Callie Warren has the story.
We're proud to present a check to the Maine Veterans Home in Bangor.
The Bangor Masonic Lodge donated over $10,000 to Maine veterans on Saturday. This money will be used to purchase 2 Lucent devices for the Bangor Veterans Home. According to Maine Masonic Lodge members, these projector devices help comfort and support those with PTSD, dementia, and Alzheimer's.
Well, the machine we haven't seen working yet. There has been one installed. Today we gave them enough money to purchase 2 more. I've been told that they take the individual and reaches in and brings them back out.
The check was presented at the Masonic Center's annual Chowder and Chili Cook-Off, a tradition that Masons say helps veterans through fundraising and donations. Members of the community present chilies, chowders, and stews to be sampled. And entry and voting fees from the event go to the Maine Veterans Home.
It's very gratifying to be able to be part of this process. Maine veterans are a worthy cause always in the state.
I've been supporting our veterans because they are our heroes. In other words, that they sacrifice for us, so I sacrifice for them.
To learn more about how you can donate to Maine veterans, visit our website at foxbangor.com. In Bangor, I'm Callie Warren for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
What a fun way to raise money and awareness. And that's quite a bit of money, too, as a donation. Good for them. Okay, the time now is 8:19. After the break, folks on Mount Desert Island braved the frigid ocean waters over the weekend in order to fundraise for survivors of domestic violence. We'll hear about that. Plus, parishioners are trying to recover after a woman shot up a megachurch in Texas over the weekend. Details on this and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant everywhere.
4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend Whole Body Deodorant, which gives you 72-hour odor protection from your pits to your
Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere,
When you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
With features you won't find on Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, or Subaru Forester, the Hyundai Tucson puts the other guys in their place. Namely, the rear-view mirror. Only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $229 a month, or get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
What if I told you these people are related to these famous faces?
Don't play games with your mama.
Our new Fox show is a guessing game that's all relative. Oh. That's the performer to their superstar relative.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I know the voice. And you could win life-changing money.
Sign me up, Anthony.
What happened to I don't play games?
I never said that.
We Are Family, all new Wednesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Mainers strapped on their swimsuits and braved cold waters for a statewide fundraiser to support survivors of domestic violence on Sunday morning. Our Grace Blanchard caught up with a group in Mount Desert as they made their plunge.
Those cheers are the sounds of Mainers getting ready to take a cold plunge for an important cause.
We like to swim year-round, and it's sort of, in a funny way, takes the chill out of domestic abuse, and we're here to raise awareness.
Over the weekend, several cold water swim groups across Maine took part in a statewide fundraising event to support survivors of domestic abuse.
We were here on Seal Harbor Beach, and then there were folks down in Portland with the 2 Maine Mermaids. I think there were some folks out in Vinyl Haven.
The money raised will go to Finding Our Voices, a grassroots organization that provides financial and emotional support to survivors.
Finding Our Voices has done a really amazing job, I think, just not only spreading the word about what an important issue it is, but also trying to help decrease the stigma.
Swimmers were dressed in bright yellow to help bring awareness to this issue.
Got my yellow rubber ducky. Since yellow is the color, this is what I got.
Many describe this as a dip to remember.
It just makes you feel so good. And today for a cause, a really important cause, also good.
Important to get out there, and whether it's for a cause or to all be together and do something like this, it feels really good.
More information on how to support the organization can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Mount Desert, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Good for them. That's awesome. They had a pretty good day for it too, although I'm really impressed that they were able to stay in the water for a long time. I've done that a couple times, but I run in and run out. Okay, the time now is 8:23. Let's get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, this morning, couple of advisories we have our eye on. This is a gale watch right about in here up until 7 a.m. Wednesday along the coast because active surf will be expected with an area low pressure approaching coming up as we head towards tomorrow. Winter storm watch also posted until 7 p.m. Tuesday in the southwestern corners of the state because of snow potentials that will exist there. Wave heights are not bad at this point, though, at around 3 to 4 feet according to the buoys, so it's only a watch that's in effect, so nothing serious happening just yet. That will be changing with that area low pressure that will be on the way soon. So we do have some clouds developing going from the west going toward the east. Today we'll call it a partly cloudy sky, so sunshine will be coming out on and off moving forward, so keep the sunglasses ready to go. But we're watching this system here from the southwest going to the north and east, and that will help to give us that opportunity for some snowfall coming up and a few spots coming up later on Tuesday. The system has shifted a bit with the latest forecast guidance run, so Any of you that were hoping for snow may not be getting as much snow as originally hoped for. Otherwise, though, a partly cloudy sky moving forward today. Later on tonight, though, same idea, a partly cloudy sky. And even as we head towards tomorrow, some sunshine to start, but the clouds do begin to approach. There's that system right there, though, maybe hugging the coast, but notice a lot of the snow will be staying away. If we get any snow, it will be mainly along the coast, so as this thing has shifted more to the south, so we're looking okay, at least at this point now. But as we head towards your Tuesday again, and even in parts of Wednesday morning, I should say, Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, clouds do start to break up as that system tracks off towards the north and east. As for the snow accumulations, though, hardly anything expected at this point, though. Again, you have to look further down to the south and practically over the ocean for any kind of precipitation accumulations. Anywhere on land for us looking rather minimal at best. As for the gusty winds reaching up to around 15 miles per hour at times on and off today and also in the parts of tonight. Tomorrow, the winds become a little bit more widespread, gusting up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour in a few spots. Otherwise, though, average high temperature is 30 degrees. We'll do lower 40s today before we cool off in the lower 30s Tuesday. Mid-20s Wednesday. We're back in the low 30s Thursday and Friday. And 20s return again Saturday and also into Sunday. So coming up for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 20s, partly cloudy, northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 30s, mostly cloudy with a few snow showers possible. The northeast wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Wednesday, partly cloudy with highs in the mid-20s. Lower 30s Thursday with a mostly sunny sky. Snow showers on Friday, highs in the low 30s.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Sleep Number does that. Now, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday.
We have a garage door that doesn't lift.
So I went on Angie. It took me just a handful of minutes.
The vendors who were knowledgeable, they did higher quality work.
They wanted us to be happy with the work done as well. It is a beautiful garage, I have to say.
Get started today at Angie.com.
Hi, this is Jim with Lowry & Associates.
Some guy slid across the center line and hit my daughter. The cops said the guy was driving way too fast for the snowy conditions.
I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. Is your daughter okay?
She just had surgery yesterday. Is there any way you can come meet us at the hospital?
Absolutely. I can meet you at the hospital right now.
Lowry & Associates came to the hospital and settled my daughter's case for $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call us. We win for you.
Tonight, Fox exposes today's most shocking stories.
It's changed the way I see everything.
With the return of America's Most Wanted, followed by the new weekly series, TMZ Investigates.
These stalkers are insane.
From the pursuit of justice.
The original true crime series is back.
To the pursuit of the truth.
When you hear what went down, you'll be outraged too.
Fox Monday digs deep. America's Most Wanted, followed by TMZ Investigates, tonight on Fox.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Now to the church shooting in Texas. Police say a woman opened fire at celebrity pastor Joel Osteen's megachurch, packed with parishioners. Witnesses are describing the panic as shots rang out. ABC's Allison Kosick has the latest.
Terrifying moments as gunfire erupted inside celebrity pastor Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church in Houston.
I was just walking up the stairs, and when I got on the top, like they started shooting. I don't know, like I just heard, but it was like more than 10 shots.
Levi Andrade captured this video inside the church as the chaos unfolded. Authorities say the suspected shooter, a woman between 30 and 35 years old, walked into the church with a young boy. Police say 2 off-duty police officers working security at the church shot and killed the shooter. The boy, believed to be 5 years old, was injured.
She was armed with a long rifle and a trench coat with a backpack. Once she entered, at some point she began to fire.
All of it happening just as a Spanish service was about to begin, with hundreds of parishioners inside, then running for their lives.
They started shooting, and we went scared, and then we went to the chairs to try to protect us, and then everybody was crazy running.
Police say just before the shooter died, she claimed to have a bomb, but officers say no explosives were found. The boy was listed in critical condition overnight.
And that female, that suspect, put that baby in danger. I'm going to put that blame on her.
Another person, a 57-year-old man, was shot in the leg. Pastor Joel Osteen praised the swift actions of law enforcement.
We don't understand why all these things happen, but we know God's in control, and we're going to pray for that little 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased.
Police did not release the shooter's name or a potential motive for the shooting. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Israeli airstrikes on the city of Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip have left more than 100 Palestinians dead, including children and babies. The attacks came hours after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he had asked the military to plan for the evacuation of hundreds of thousands of people from Rafah ahead of a ground invasion, leaving many to wonder if the only place left for them is Egypt. Netanyahu did not provide a timeline, but the announcement set off panic. More than half of Gaza's 2.3 million people are packed into Rafah. Many of them went there when Israel ordered them to evacuate other neighborhoods. Israel says Rafah, which borders Egypt, is the last remaining stronghold in Gaza for the Hamas militant group. Yusuf Manyar, a Palestinian-American political analyst, wrote in response to the order that, quote, the Israeli Prime Minister is ordering ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian refugees amassed in Rafah. The latest bloodshed comes just over 4 months since Hamas staged a deadly surprise attack on Israel, setting off the war. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, the semi-famous Portland Valentine's Day bandit who decorated the area for years around Valentine's Day with hearts passed away recently. We'll hear how his legacy is living on. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
At the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event, you can bank on cash-saving deals on a huge selection and bank on superior quality from the longest-lasting brand. You could get an all-wheel drive RAV4 with 4.99% financing for 60 months, which could save you up to $1,800. But hurry, it ends March 4th, and you can bank on that too. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Oversharing can be spiritual.
Name someone you had a romantic dream about.
My minister.
Praise the Lord, Pastor.
It can be loving.
You love to plant a big wet kiss on Steve Harvey's what?
Lips.
Your lips ain't big enough for these lips.
It can be wet.
Name someone who has touched your bare bottom.
The pool guy.
Overshare with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is Monday, February 12th, 2024. It's also National Clean Out Your Computer Day. If you have anything left after the big game last night and you're feeling up for it, of course, this is the perfect time to organize files and delete items you no longer need. And after we've made sure it's operating properly, it's also a good idea to clean off those keyboards and mouses. Studies show they can have more bacteria than the average toilet seat, which I believe it. Although they say that about a lot of things, your sinks, your phones, you know. In the meantime, disinfect all of them. The flu is going around. Okay, on this day in history. In 1879, Madison Square Garden in New York City opened North America's first artificial ice skating rink. In 1907, a collision of the steamer Larchmont and a schooner resulted in the deaths of more than 300 people. It was on a cruise from Rhode Island to New York when it went down near Block Island with wind chills below zero. In 1909, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People was founded, NAACP still going strong. In 1973, American prisoners of war were released for the first time during the Vietnam War. In 1999, the U.S. Senate failed to pass 2 articles of impeachment against President Bill Clinton. He had been accused of perjury following the Monica Lewinsky affair. In 2004, Mattel announced that Barbie and Ken were breaking up. The dolls had been paired as a couple since 1961, which I think, it was a long time coming. If Ken couldn't put a ring on it, in how many years was that? 40 years? 40 plus years? And it's like, okay, man, get dumped. That's bye. In 2019, the Mexican drug lord known as El Chapo was finally brought to justice. He was found guilty on numerous counts and was sentenced to life in prison. Today's birthdays include actress Christina Ricci, who is 44 today. Actor Josh Brolin turns 56. This is also the birthday of one of our nation's most influential presidents, Abraham Lincoln, who was born in Kentucky on this day in 1809. I love that we have Christina Ricci's character from the Addams Family on our birthdays list today. But of course she's done so much since then too, although that's one of my favorite characters ever. And it's been redone a couple times since then, very well as her portrayal of the character. Love to see it. Okay, moving right along now. Today's going to be kind of a nice day. The sun will come out at certain times. There will be some cloud cover, but it's going to be nice and pretty warm too. So, unseasonably warm, in fact. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. As we get into things this morning, we have a gale watch in effect along the coast until 7 a.m. Wednesday. A system will be tracking through tomorrow along the coast that will really help to stir up the ocean and maybe even cause some snow to fall on land as well. There is a warning storm watch up in the southwestern corners of the state through Tuesday evening because of that, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. But meanwhile, though, on land, as clouds developing this morning, we'll call it a partly cloudy sky today, so keep the sunglasses ready. The sun may come out from time to time as well. Let's zoom things out. The active weather is further off towards the south and west, and we'll be watching for some activity that will move into our backyard coming up as we head towards the Tuesday. So for today, we will call it a partly cloudy sky. Any chances for snow will stay in the northern parts of the state. Otherwise, it will stay quiet later on tonight as well under a partly cloudy sky. So for today, we'll call it lower 40s, partly cloudy, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 20s, partly cloudy, northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. As we head towards tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, a few snow showers are possible. Northeast wind gusting up to around 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. This Valentine's Day will be the first without the famed Valentine's Day bandit, who for decades decorated the Portland area with red hearts, along with his legions of helpers. Last April, Kevin Farman passed away, and his family revealed his secret identity as the bandit. Owen Kingsley spoke with Farman's daughter about this first Valentine's Day without him and how his legacy lives on.
Just like every year since 1979, Portland residents should still wake up on Valentine's Day and expect to see those hearts decorating downtown and far beyond. But unlike years past, we now know the man who started it all, and now we're learning about his dedication to kindness that goes far beyond the annual display.
I really always look forward to February and Valentine's Day, and it's been special to me all my life, and I think it needs to continue to be that way.
67-year-old Kevin Farman passed away last April, soon after his friends and family chose to unmask him as the Valentine's Day bandit. He spent years posting red hearts throughout Portland with help from some friends who still remain anonymous. Although on Wednesday the hearts will go on, this year will be the first without Portland's undercover lover.
A community love story, and I'll continue to say that because I think that really is the largest sentiment.
Kevin was a beloved figure in Portland. More than 700 people attended his memorial service last April.
This is the legacy Kevin leaves us. A legacy of generosity and love, of paying forward of giving without needing anything in return.
In July, he was celebrated on his birthday with red hearts that said, "Be a Kevin."
You should be a Kevin. Everyone could be a bit more like Kevin.
But his kindness extends far beyond this one day.
Every day growing up at dinner, he would ask, what was something nice that you did for someone today?
Kevin volunteered for several organizations like Sail Maine, a program for kids.
It's not a spectator sport. And so he tried to give back to parents by getting on the water as much as possible and photographing their kids so that they could see what they were doing. So he had been involved in Sail Maine for a number of years and never asked for a dime for it.
The family is kicking off the Farman Foundation this Wednesday night at Rising Tide Brewery.
And his legacy lives on. That's a beautiful story, and I'm so glad that his daughter was available to share it. And I kind of did my own math based off of, they said it started in 1979. He must have started that when he was 23, 22. Wow, that's commitment. That's really cool. Okay, still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports. Although nothing about the Super Bowl, it was a pre-recorded version, so I'm sorry about that. But we'll have something about sports betting, a live interview Devin Dagnall will be hosting right after that. Don't go away.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. We'll deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. 2, there's no upfront cost. Read the results. Just listen to this.
I called the twos after my accident, and Lowry and Associates got me $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
207 Wellness, Alpenglow Adventure Sports, First National Bank, Kelly Jost State Farm Insurance Agent, and Loring Job Corps.
The bond between twins is a close one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
As day is tonight.
Would you like me to introduce you to algebra? Al who? Oh boy.
And wrong is to right.
They both say weird kid who eats alone.
You can't have one without the other.
I need my own space. But we've always shared a room. I have a training bra. When you complete your training, get back to me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
This is going to be the toughest next level chef yet.
I want my mom.
Only the best will survive.
All new Next Level Chef, Thursdays at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with Maine hockey. Saturday night, the 7th-ranked Black Bears playing Game 2 of their weekend series against number 10 Providence and going for the sweep. Maine looking for their first sweep of a top 10 opponent this year. First period, Maine on the power play. Ben Poisson cross ice to Bradley Nadeau. Quick pass to his brother Josh, and the one-timer finds the net. 1-0 Black Bears after 1. Second period, puck is going to get sent around the boards here and find the Friars. Cam McDonald, his shot is ricocheted in by Jamie Engelbert, and we are tied up at 1. Later, another Black Bear power play. Josh Nadeau's shot is saved, but on the rebound, it's Poisson who puts it in, and it's 2-1 Maine. A wild third period, and we go to OT, tied up at 3. First minute of OT, the 9th Providence power play of the game, and Guillaume Richard puts it in off an assist from Ben Poisson's brother Nick. It ends it. The Black Bears' first home loss of the year, 4-3 the final. What a game, though. Let's stay up in Orono. Earlier Saturday, before the Maine women's basketball game against UNH, was the school's annual National Girls and Women in Sports Day Fair. It's a chance for young girls to interact with Black Bear women's varsity and club sports, plus the football team, and do drills and other activities like learning how to dance with the dance team. We talked to UMaine Senior Woman Administrator Samantha Hegman-Wary, and she says the biggest part of this day is getting young girls into sports early so that they stick to it.
The younger a young female gets involved in sports, the more likelihood they're going to carry it, kind of longevity. We want to kind of get ahead of it and really get the community involved and show them what role models our student athletes are and how well they balance school, social life, and sport, and really, be a role model for these kids.
And if you went to that, you got a free ticket to the Black Bear women's basketball game against UNH, a sellout crowd as a result. Second quarter, good ball movement here. Maine's Olivia Rockwood to JC Christopher to Ann Simon, back in the lineup, and her three from the wing falls. Later on, UNH's Avery O'Connor to Lucia Malero. She pulls from the top of the key from deep and knocks it down. Okay, now 4/10 of a second left in the half. For Maine, Simon inbounding, has to be a catch and shoot. Olivia Rockwood does just that and makes it from downtown at the horn. Black Bears up 8 at the break. Finally, third quarter, Palagallego to Simon. She drives inside, gets fouled, and how did this lay-in fall? So much falling for her on Saturday. An America East career high 33 for her as Maine wins 67-48.
The past games in America East, I haven't really shot the ball the way that I wanted to, or the way I shot it in non-conference. I lost a little bit of my confidence, I feel like, but it was just good to see the ball go in and just having the trust of my teammates and giving me the ball and just firing me up. It was really nice.
And the men played UNH on Saturday, too. Their game down in Durham, trying to avoid getting swept on the year by the Wildcats. First half, UNH's Dior Davis loses the ball, and it ends up with Peter Filipovich. He takes it all the way down for 2. 17 first half points for him, and the Black Bears are up 3 at the break. Early second half, UNH's Ahmad Robinson kicks it to Jackson Baker on the wing, and he's cooking for 3 to tie it up at 40. Later on, Maine down 4. Maine's Adam Cisse, a great entry pass to Kellen Tynes, who gets it to go to make it a one-score game. But the Wildcats get some breathing room. Here's Baker again. He puts the spin cycle on and gets the left-hander to fall. Maine a run late, but UNH hangs on 60-57. Okay, now let's go to some high school hockey, the only sport around here still in its regular season. Saturday afternoon, Brewer boys hockey trying to snap a 2-game skid against the visiting Coney Co-op. First and only matchup this regular season between the two teams. Early first period, already 1-0 Coney. Ray Deneen to Ben Platt behind the net. He finds Cooper Clark in front, and he scores. It's 2-0 now. Second period. Brewers' Josh Hitzings touches it to Grady Venetestein. He weaves his way in and sneaks it into the net to make it 2-1. Later, Coney threatening. It's Clark. He bounces it off the board. Platt gets it, and charging on is Deneen, but a great point-blank save by Ethan Hanscom. Finally, Coney's Oliver Rodrigue on the break. Tries to center it, but it goes off James Armenia's stick and into the net. Rodrigue gets credit, and it's 3-1. Coney goes on to win 6-3. And now some other scores from the area. Husson men's basketball 103-52 over Leslie. Husson women's basketball also beating Leslie 88-29. And in the Class A semifinals for girls hockey, congratulations to the Pioneers. Penobscot Pioneers defeating Brunswick 4-0. And in boys hockey, Hamden Academy beating Presque Isle 3-2. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate. CEM DP Porter Contractors has been in business for over 40 years in the Bangor area. We specialize in commercial, medical, and residential design build construction, as well as building maintenance and renovations. CEM DP Porter Contractors is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions, including carpenters and a project manager superintendent. We offer vacation, holidays, a 3% IRA match, competitive pay, and a family-oriented environment. If interested in applying, please contact Jason at 848-7486.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower.
Professional bull riders aren't just athletes, they're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour PBR Bangor at Cross Insurance Center, March 8th through 10th. Tickets available at pbr.com and Ticketmaster. Hold on tight, Bangor. The ride of your life is about to begin.
25 words or less.
What advice do you have for John? Have fun. This is one of the best games on TV.
In a friendly game of words.
11 words. Oh, you just came to slay. Oh.
The key to victory.
Stifler's mom.
Oh,
Jennifer Coolidge? Cougar.
Cougar, oh yeah! Is clearly in the clues. Wave, light, pebbles. Rebel!
You did it. You did it.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
Hey, good morning. I am in Augusta with Milton Champion, the Executive Director of the Gambling Control Unit. I said that all correctly, right? Okay. So how are we doing today?
Good, good.
So last night was kind of a crazy night for you guys last night. We had the first Super Bowl for Maine with online sports betting here in the state. How did it go for us last night?
Well, it looks like, I mean, the numbers obviously are estimates at this point, but we got some numbers in this morning. It looks like the gross wagers are around 3.5 million.
Wow.
For the state of Maine, and then out of those wagers, they had a payout of 2.5 million.
Oh my goodness.
And so after the other adjustments and the Fed tax and all that sort of thing, it looks like the state of Maine will receive $110,000.
$110,000 just coming back to the state of Maine from millions of dollars moving out throughout the state of Maine just from, not just last night alone, but, people getting up to the Super Bowl, everybody getting ready for that, putting those bets in, all like that.
Yeah, the wagers obviously started, probably a week, 10 days ago. And then, of course, then we had the in-play wagers, which are wagers that are done during the game. So between those 2 time periods, that's where they were able to come up with that amount.
No, I'm actually glad you brought up those in-play wagers, because you were telling me a little bit before that you brought your laptop home and you have that handy-dandy app that can show you everything from everyone across the state putting in those wagers as they're coming in. And you said that was getting kind of crazy last night. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was. Well, it's a geolocation, and it's a requirement, obviously, under our rules and our laws. And so I'm able to bring the map up of Maine, and every time there's a wager, a little flag pops up, and you can tell, what type of device and that sort of thing. But having looked at this before, you relatively get 1 or 2 or 3 flags every now and then. But yeah, I had it up during the Super Bowl last night, and it was crazy. I mean, there was probably dozens of flags just dropping down, every second. So yeah, I guess people had some fun. They enjoyed themselves. So yeah, it was a good event, and we haven't received any complaints. No complaints from any patrons as of yet. So I think it was nice to kind of start out live in November and kind of get ready for the Super Bowl. And of course, the next event really is March Madness. So yeah, that's what we're getting ready for now too. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what we're looking forward to that. Is there anything that we should know heading into March Madness after the Super Bowl?
Well, the only thing really is, obviously the Super Bowl and March Madness are the 2 biggest wagering events of the year. And so, there's nothing really different that we're going to do. The only difference, obviously, is the Super Bowl is a 1-day thing, and where March Madness is over a longer period of time. So it'll be interesting to see how those figures pan out. And then, of course, like I've said many times before, I'm looking forward to the summer and see how those numbers work out with all of our visitors.
Absolutely. Well, Milton, we'll definitely be checking in with you more as March Madness goes on next month. But for now, we're going to toss it back to Emma.
Thank you, Devin. A lot of important information there. And hey, keep in mind, folks, this is the first time it's legal in Maine Winnings from wagers are a taxable income, so talk to your accountant about that if you're making any money off of it, if you're lucky enough to make any money off of it. Okay, is it time to do weather again? I believe it is. Let's check in with Devin Biggs for one more look at that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already this morning, couple of advisories we have our eye on. This is a gale watch right about in here up until 7 a.m. Wednesday along the coast because active surf will be expected with an area low pressure approaching coming up as we head towards tomorrow. Winter storm watch also posted until 7 p.m. Tuesday in the southwestern corners of the state because of snow potentials that will exist there. Wave heights are not bad at this point, though, at around 3 to 4 feet according to the buoys, so it's only a watch that's in effect, so nothing serious happening just yet. That will be changing with that area low pressure that will be on the way soon. So we do have some clouds developing going from the west going toward the east. Today we'll call it a partly cloudy sky, so sunshine will be coming out on and off moving forward, so keep the sunglasses ready to go. But we're watching this system here from the southwest going to the north and east, and that will help to give us that opportunity for some snowfall coming up in a few spots coming up later on Tuesday. The system has shifted a bit with the latest forecast guidance run, so any of you that were hoping for snow may not be getting as much snow as originally hoped for. But otherwise, though, a partly cloudy sky moving forward today. Later on tonight, though, same idea, a partly cloudy sky. And even as we head towards tomorrow, some sunshine to start, but the clouds do begin to approach. There's that system right there, though, maybe hugging the coast, but notice a lot of the snow will be staying away. If we get any snow, it will be mainly along the coast, so as this thing has shifted more to the south, so we're looking okay, at least at this point now. But as we head towards your Tuesday again, and even in parts of Wednesday morning, I should say, Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, clouds do start to break up as that system tracks off towards the north and east. As for the snow accumulations, though, hardly anything expected at this point, though. Again, you have to look further down to the south and practically over the ocean for any kind of precipitation accumulations. Anywhere on land for us looking rather minimal at best. As for the gusty winds reaching up to around 15 miles per hour at times on and off today and also in the parts of tonight. Tomorrow, the winds become a little bit more widespread, gusting up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour in a few spots. Otherwise, though, average high temperature is 30 degrees. We'll do lower 40s today before we cool off in the lower 30s Tuesday, mid-20s Wednesday. We're back in the low 30s Thursday and Friday, and 20s return again Saturday and also into Sunday. So coming up for today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 20s, partly cloudy, northeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 30s, mostly cloudy with a few snow showers possible. The northeast wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Wednesday, partly cloudy with highs in the mid-20s. Lower 30s Thursday with a mostly sunny sky. Snow showers on Friday, highs in the low 30s.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Maine QuitLink offers free help to stop smoking and vaping, including personalized quit plans and free patches, gum, and/or lozenges with every program. Get connected to a quit coach, trained to develop a plan that works for you. Learn how to curb cravings and overcome slips and relapses. It's free, it works, and people who enroll are 2 times more likely to successfully quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mainequitlink.com.
We had to take out our old gas heating. That was a huge project. I was so overwhelmed, so I started contacting people off of Angie to work with people that knew what they were doing. It was a game changer.
Get started today at Angie.com.
Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting, and actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side. Now, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday, only at Sleep Number.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can sign up with our e-sign program, or we can come to you. 2, there's no upfront cost. Read the results. Just listen to this.
Lowry & Associates got me $475,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Who says Build-A-Bears are just for kids? This Valentine's Day, the plush toy company has a new line of After Dark teddy bears for your special someone. Build-A-Bear has officially rolled out this year's adults-only stuffed animal line, featuring several bears, lions, and bunnies in heart-shaped pajamas and holding bottles of wine. They say even animals dressed as some beloved football players and TV show characters. You can even customize the